Hello, Joel Lindstrom here. On today's video, I'm going to show you some tips I have about using Copilot in Microsoft PowerPoint, how I've been using it over the past couple months and found some ways to make it a lot better. If you have any questions about the Power Platform you'd like for us to answer, please send us an email at powerplatformanswers@hitachisolutions.com. That's Power Platform Answers at hitachisolutions.com, and we would be glad to include your question on a future video. So in Copilot for PowerPoint, I do a lot of PowerPoints. You're presenting things to my team, customers, updates on projects, estimates for new projects, things like that. And so I was really excited when I saw Copilot. So let's say I'm creating a PowerPoint for my team to give them coaching on how to advance in their Power Platform careers. So the first thing that you might try when you go into PowerPoint Copilot is say, I want to create a presentation about something. In this case, I'm going to be presenting to my team about their Power Platform career, how to move from being an enthusiast to a developer to an architect, etc. And so you might prompt that out here and hit send. And so what you'll get when you do that is a PowerPoint, but it's not always going to be the most usable PowerPoint. It'll be kind of basic. It will be maybe wrong about some stuff. There's only 2,000 characters that you can put in the prompt window in Copilot in Office. So therefore, you'll see it gave me a PowerPoint, but what are these boxes? What does that mean? Sometimes it'll give me things like power plant. Yeah, that's not what we're looking for here. We're looking for the Microsoft Power Platform, not how to work on an oil rig. So as you can see from that, it's not necessarily the most useful. However, there's another way to do it, and that is starting with a document. So instead of just prompting inside of PowerPoint, instead, I want to create a document. And in that document, I'm going to include details. For example, what do I want to talk about? What's the outline I want to cover? And what's the detail I want included in the PowerPoint deck? So you can see I have a table there. I have some pictures. I have the categories that I want to include, how to develop your soft skills. I want to choose the outline, the format, and the content of my deck first. This gives me a lot more details than what I can put into the prompt window. So I'm going to save this document to OneDrive, and then I'm going to create a PowerPoint with Copilot by creating it from the document. Now, one thing to keep in mind is that between the time you save it in OneDrive and when it will be available from the prompt in PowerPoint will take a little bit of time. It has to upload to OneDrive, and then I'm not sure what's happening behind the scenes, but it can take upwards of 20, sometimes 30 minutes. So once you write your document, then go get yourself some coffee or work on something else, and then you'll be able to prompt to do that. So let's go instead and create a new presentation. You can choose a template if you have a starting template, and then hit the Copilot button. And then instead of create a presentation about, I'm going to say create a presentation from a file. And then my document shows up here on the top. I can also type it in to do that. So now instead of creating one just from a prompt, it's got the whole document content, including my tables, including my pictures, my outline, my contents. And so when this gets created, what you'll find is that you'll get a much more detailed presentation. Still might need some editing, but it's going to be much closer to what you probably already want. So you're going to see here, it's going to start, here's the outline for the presentation I'm generating. A career guide for Power Platform enthusiasts, introduction, soft skills, how to build your skills. So now we have our PowerPoint created, and you'll see there's no pictures of oil rigs or power plants. It follows the outline of the content that I had in there. The table's in there and looks decent. The pictures that I had, they show up in here. And if you'll notice, it also includes speaker notes. So when you have more content, what you'll get is much more detailed and very much more applicable to what you want to present. I might still need to go through and refine it, but the fact my pictures are there, the fact I have my speaker notes for the other content of the document makes this a much more complete PowerPoint and something that is almost ready to go. I might change a few things, but this is good stuff. So my tip for you, if you're using Copilot for PowerPoint, is to always create a document first. It gives you the opportunity to create more content. This is where the different Copilots can work together. You can use Copilot in Word to help generate and enhance the document, add details to it, change the formatting, and then take that document, save it, and then use it in a prompt to create a PowerPoint from the document that includes all the contents. That'll give you your contents, your pictures, your speaker notes. You're good to go. So that's my tip for today on how to get more out of Copilot for PowerPoint. Please follow us for more great Power Platform and Copilot tips. If you have any questions, we'd be glad to answer them on our videos. Please send them to powerplatformanswers@hitachisolutions.com.